From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSPTV and the Standard Speaker.
A bad business decision is a really bad business. Thousands of dollars of heroin are off the streets. 2 drug dealers are in jail. The dealers' big mistake, selling the stuff to undercover cops. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Now we're going to have that story in just a bit, but there's some more breaking news in the city of Hazleton at this hour. Late today, Mayor Joe Iannuzzi deciding to use his executive authority to name a new city administrator. His selection, the man he has supported all along, Steve Hahn. The mayor issued an executive order naming Hahn as the acting city administrator. He also appointed Ralph Sharp as acting director for transit in the city. Both appointments go into effect on October 29th and follow a long period of disagreement on city council about that appointment. In other news tonight, every 45 minutes, someone is killed by a drunk driver and someone is injured by one every 60 seconds. But communicating that message can be often a difficult task to do. Young people at one school sent a strong message today that drugs and alcohol damage lives and can even take your loved ones away. Students with white faces were not allowed to talk to anyone. The white paint and silence symbolized death, showing their fellow classmates the impact of making the wrong choices. SAD Club president and members portrayed the Grim Reaper and picked these students out of class.
We were dressing up as Grim Reaper and we're representing people that got their face painted white. We were representing for them people who got killed in alcoholic accidents and like cars.
Now the students realized how drunk driving kills. Today's lesson helped them to see what it would be like if one of their best friends happened to be the victim. Investigators still don't know what caused a Hazleton man to drive off a Schuylkill County roadway, crashing his pickup truck into a tree. 40-year-old Harry Labenberg III died in the one-vehicle accident on Route 54 near the hometown nursing home. Rush Township police say the accident happened right around 2 o'clock Wednesday, and that Labenberg was wearing his seatbelt. Investigators do not know if Labenberg suffered a medical condition behind the wheel or may have even fallen asleep. Investigators hope an autopsy will provide some answers. A Hazleton teen who admitted driving too fast the night his friend and passenger was killed in a fiery wreck will have to wait a little longer to learn his punishment. 18-year-old Luis Gonzalez was set to be sentenced this morning. Instead, a judge agreed to put the process on hold. Gonzalez admitted his role in the death of teen Paul Denoya, and he remains on house arrest, not allowed to drive a vehicle. The fiery wreck happened in October of 2011 along the Club 40 Road in Hazleton. Denoya from Whitehaven was trapped and died. High school athletes are playing their hearts out as championships are on the line. News 13 Sports has you covered in the latest wins and also tonight's action. And next, our weekly stop at Holy Family Academy, where tonight Jasmine spends some time with 4 students who will be competing tonight in Mountaintop. Stay with us. They're calling it one of the biggest heroin busts ever made on Greater Hazleton streets. There was a big news conference at City Hall this afternoon to explain how the bad deals went down. Christina Papa was there.
One of the largest heroin busts in West Hazleton's history. A controlled heroin buy in West Hazleton leaves 2 suspects in Luzerne County Prison tonight. Vincile Nunez of Bronx, New York, charged with criminal conspiracy, and Joshua Vincile of Hazleton, who's charged with possession of a controlled substance, were arrested last night around 8 p.m., a few blocks away from one another in downtown Hazleton. Police confiscated thousands of dollars, a handgun, and over 200 packets of heroin from the suspects Thursday night. Hazleton's police force held a conference concerning the drug bust earlier today.
I commend every law enforcement member that was involved, because I'm positive that this type of arrest, and I'm not talking about the cash, but that much heroin coming off of the street and taking 2 dealers off the street with possibly more arrests pending certainly helps our entire community, to include protecting our youth.
Chief Buglio of Hazleton says the bust was a joint effort between Hazel and Butler Township Police, and only the beginning of a larger investigation.
The reality of it is there's a lot more out there, and we're going to continue to work and continue to take it off the streets. Well, at this point, this is just pretty much the start of the investigation. Now we're going to branch out from here. I'm sure there's going to be more arrests coming up in the future. Once we get into their cell phones and get some of the contacts, I'm sure there's going to be other arrests made coming up in the future.
Each of the suspects' bail is set at $50,000 cash. Their preliminary hearings will be in late November. Reporting for News 13, Christina Papa, West Hazleton.
All right, thanks so much, Christina. Well, now we're going to head to Holy Family Academy for this week's edition of Family Time. Tonight we're talking with some excellent readers who are heading to a big competition tonight.
I'm here at Holy Family Academy for this week's Family Time with some young ladies who are very excited to be competing in a forensic competition coming up tonight at St. Jude's in Mountain Top. So first of all, a lot of preparation going into tonight. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, we prepared for a while, and it was really nice to get into the forensic team because 29 of us tried out and only 10 of us got in. So it was like, first we had to try to get in, and it was good to know that we got in.
So can you tell me a little bit about how you prepared for tonight?
Well, we of course had to practice. We went to a lot of practices, and we practiced our speeches or our stories, and I practiced at home a lot, and then it just, go on.
Are you nervous?
A little.
And where do you go from here if you do win tonight?
We do go to regionals in Scranton at a different school.
All right, awesome. Now moving on over here, what did you pick, and tell me a little bit about it.
I picked I Have a Dream by Martin Luther King Jr., and it's basically his speech to try and, he wants rights to be equal for African American people and white people.
And so why did you pick that one?
I just thought it was very interesting to that topic, and I just kind of wanted to read something different.
Okay. Awesome. All right, now this young lady is the youngest girl in the school to make it. She's a 5th grade student. And so congratulations to all of you, of course. And you're going to actually read something for us. So go ahead.
I will be reading The Velveteen Principles by Tony Rayton D'Antonio. What is real? Asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender. Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and a stick-out handle? Real isn't how you are made, said the skin horse. It's something that happens to you. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. When you are real, you don't mind being hurt. Marjorie Williams's little rabbit had to learn that his transformation from a toy into something real would be a complex process. He wanted the rich, full life that being real promised. But he also had to learn that the awakening was sometimes painful. This is not something you have to seek out. Life brings us all a measure of pain.
Awesome. And so, girls, I just have to ask you one more question. Why do you like and enjoy being on the forensic team?
I just think it's a great experience, speaking in front of other people and saying speeches of other famous people is just really inspiring and awesome.
All right, I wish you all the best of luck tonight. So thank you so much. For this week's Family Time, I'm Jasmine Brooks from Holy Family Academy.
It was a day for those who shine in business as well as those who contribute to our community to get a little time in the spotlight. The Greater Hazleton Area Chamber of Commerce held its annual Business and Community Awards luncheon today at the top of the 80s restaurant. Individuals and businesses from all facets of the community were recognized for their accomplishments and excellence in their field, as well as people who have enriched the area by giving back to their communities.
Large Business of the Year, the Small Business of the Year, pride of place, healthy workplace, and we also recognize our Volunteer of the Year award as well.
Now, also at the awards luncheon, the Chamber applauded the members of the Women's Networking Committee and awarded 4 individuals with Women's Empowerment Grants to advance their businesses. Up on your screen now, your winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Your daily number 118, Big 4 36 82, Quinto 79808, and Treasure Hunt 7 15 16 18 23.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. 3 quick announcements for this evening. First, the Hazleton YMYWCA will be offering 2 different Halloween activities for the community. On Friday, October 26th from 6 to 9 p.m., the Teen Leaders Club will be hosting a haunted trail in the Wise Gym. Cost is just $5, and it's not recommended for children under 13. Also on Saturday, October 27th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Hazleton Y will be hosting their annual free trick-or-treat for the entire family. The first 100 kids will receive a free t-shirt. For more information, please call the Y 570-455-2046. And finally, SAFE, Supporting Autism and Families Everywhere, will be holding a Walk for Autism and Resource Information Expo on Saturday, October 27th. The event will be held at the Hazleton Area High School track from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information about this event, give them a call, 570-822-7259. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of Eugene Marhelchko of Zion Grove. Arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by the Harmon Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-price dinner menu. And remember, there's always plenty of free gated parking behind the Markle Building.
Freddie B, thanks so much. Well, all eyes are on Hurricane Sandy as the strong storm continues to move along and gain strength. Will the hurricane affect our area? Well, that's the question many are asking. We won't know for sure until later this week or the weekend. Forecasters are paying close attention to Sandy's path. For now, let's check out the conditions for the next 24 hours ahead. Starting in Schuylkill County with cloudy skies, there is some fog coming our way this evening. Actually, it's been around throughout the day. Even this morning on my way into work, I hit some of it. So low down to 53 for tonight. We do see a chance of drizzles on your Friday. 64 will be our high. Not too much sign of the sun coming out on Friday, but the clouds will prevail. Hazleton area student Selena Lopez still has summer on her mind with this creative condition tonight. And check out Mr. Sun decked out in some stylish shades up there in the corner. Thank you to Selena for this great artwork. And now to Hazleton's forecast, where we do see possibility of some showers here and there throughout tonight. 52 will be our low. Friday, sun will peek through, and we are climbing to 64 to end off your work week. Well, you can skate the night away in scary style at a local roller rink tomorrow night. And in a minute, we'll tell you how you can skate for free. The Strand in McAdoo is having a Halloween skate and dance party starting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Admission is $5 at the door. Folks at the roller rink have been busy all week getting the Strand into the spirit by hanging freak chic chandeliers and firing up the fog machine. The goal is to have everyone turn out in their ghostly finds.
Up on Friday, we have our annual Halloween dance and costume party. It's open to all ages. We do encourage everyone to dress up. We'll be awarding cash prizes for the best costumes, along with doing like limbo and bobbing for apples and lots of other fun things. You know, but you don't have to dress up, but it's always more fun if you do.
Now, the Strand will also be showing the movie Ghostbusters after the Halloween bash. Admission for that is free, but you can go to the 6 o'clock party for free by calling News 13 right now for 2 free tickets. We've got 2 sets of them, so be caller 3 or caller 13 right now, and you will win. Call 459-9813. Remember, this is for your live at 4 newscast only. Ahead on News 13 tonight, more on the takedown of some big-time drug dealers doing work here in the Hazleton area. Investigators work together to nab the bad guys. Plus, how a big red dog is helping local children celebrate literacy. It's all next. Thousands of dollars worth of heroin off Hazleton area streets tonight. So are a pair of drug dealers. It all went down when the cops posed as users.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hey everyone, thanks for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, police are calling it the biggest heroin bust ever made on the streets of Greater Hazleton. A controlled heroin buy in West Hazleton now leaves 2 suspects in Luzerne County Prison tonight. Vencil Nunez of Bronx, New York, charged with criminal conspiracy, and Joshua Vencil of Hazleton, who's charged with possession of a controlled substance. Both arrested last night during a controlled buy. Police confiscated thousands of dollars, a handgun, and over 200 packets of heroin. Investigators rolled it all out in a news conference today at Hazleton City Hall.
I commend every law enforcement member that was involved because I'm positive that this type of arrest, and I'm not talking about the cash, but that much heroin coming off of the street and taking 2 dealers off the street with possibly more arrests pending certainly helps our entire community to include protecting our youth.
Now, the big bust was a result of an operation involving Hazleton City Police officers from West Hazleton and Butler Township, along with investigators from the Attorney General's office. There's some more breaking news in the city of Hazleton tonight. Late today, Mayor Joe Yanuzzi deciding to use his executive authority to name a new city administrator. His selection, the man he's supported all along, Steve Hahn. The mayor issued an executive order naming Hahn as the acting city administrator. He also appointed Ralph Sharp as acting director of transit for the city. Both appointments go into effect on October 29th and follow a long period of disagreement on city council about the appointment. Every 45 minutes, someone is killed by a drunk driver and someone is injured by one every 60 seconds. Young people at one school sent a strong message today that drugs and alcohol damage lives and can even take your loved ones away. Students with white faces were not allowed to talk to anyone. The white paint and silence symbolized death, showing their fellow classmates the impact of making the wrong choices. SAD Club members portrayed the Grim Reaper and picked these students right out of class.
We were dressing up as Grim Reaper and we're representing people that got their face painted white. We were representing for them people got killed in alcoholic accidents and like cars.
The students realized how drunk driving kills. Today's lesson helped them to see what it would be like if one of their best friends happened to be the victim. Why did a pickup truck driver crash in Schuylkill County Wednesday afternoon? That question remains unanswered as investigators continue to search for clues. 40-year-old Harry Labenberg III died in the one-vehicle accident on Route 54 near the hometown nursing home. Rush Township police say the accident happened right around 2 o'clock Wednesday and that Labenberg was wearing his seatbelt. Investigators do not know if he may have suffered a medical condition behind the wheel or may have even fallen asleep. Investigators hope an autopsy will provide some answers. Police say there were no skid marks left behind by that pickup truck. He claimed responsibility for causing a fiery accident that left a Whitehaven teen dead. The 18-year-old behind the wheel accused of speeding and drinking alcohol. He was due in court today to learn his punishment. 18-year-old Luis Gonzalez was set to be sentenced this morning. Instead, a judge agreed to put the process on hold. Gonzalez admitted his role in the death of teen Paul Denoya. He remains on house arrest, not allowed to drive a vehicle. That fiery wreck happened in October of 2011 along the Club 40 Road in Hazleton. Denoya from Whitehaven was trapped and died. Checking on the forecast is what we will do in just a bit here on News 13. If you haven't heard yet, there's a nasty storm called Sandy gaining strength, but will she impact our area? We may not know the answer just yet, but he's a big red dog, and he's helping to make reading fun. Clifford was all part of a big party at one local YMCA. Who is celebrating the birthday of a big red dog? Some kids who love to read. As Christina Papa tells us, another furry friend also dropped by to bolster the children's love for books.
Yellow! Red dog!
There were games, giveaways, and plenty of activities for kids at the Hazelton YMCA, all to celebrate a special Big Red Dog's 50th birthday on Tuesday night. Clifford the Big Red Dog, from the best-selling children's books by Norman Bridwell, celebrates his 50th birthday this year, and the Hazelton YMCA partnered with Scholastics to proudly celebrate the milestone with Clifford's big birthday party. Families came out Tuesday night to celebrate with their young ones and show their support for children's reading.
We have some games. We played Pin the Tail on Clifford. They're going to play Hot Dog, which is just the same version of like Hot Potato, but we're using a little stuffed dog. We have a book, Clifford's Happy Birthday, that we're going to read, and we have lots of arts and crafts activities.
And although Clifford the Big Red Dog couldn't make it to his birthday party, Ginger, his good friend, was here for the celebration. The kids didn't seem to mind that Ginger came to the party in Clifford's place. Ginger even enjoyed reading time with the little ones.
So Ginger, we told all the kids that Ginger is Clifford's friend, came to visit since Clifford couldn't make it. So Ginger's here as an honorary member of Clifford's birthday party.
Anna says the YMCA plans on holding more events for kids in the area in the near future. She says activities like Clifford's birthday are a great way to nurture the potential of every child to help them grow up with positive experiences in our area. Reporting for News 13, Christina Papa, Hazelton.
As many focus in on Hurricane Sandy's path, hoping the strong storm goes out to sea, we also need to keep an eye on the weekend, which is only one day away, and we could see a significant drop in temperature very soon. We'll start in Schuylkill County tonight, where fog will prevail throughout this evening with a low down of 53 degrees. And your 4-day outlook goes like this. Friday's looking like pretty much my pick of the next 4 days ahead. 64, partly sunny skies. Saturday, Sunday, Monday are looking like it's going to be cloudy, rain, and the temp gets down to, well, up to 46 only on Monday and down to 37 Monday night. Hazelton area student Selena Lopez still has some summer on her mind with this creative condition. And I have to point out Mr. Sun again, all decked out in stylish shades up there in the corner. Thanks to Selena for this great artwork. And now to your forecast in Hazelton. Fog and drizzle coming your way this evening with a low down to 50 degrees. And your 4-day outlook, much like Schuylkill County, but we're going to hit the 40s by Sunday. Check it out. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, cloudy, wet. 61 Saturday, 49 will be our high on Sunday, and only 42 degrees on Monday, with your temp dipping down to 34 on Monday night. Sand Springs Country Club bringing you the forecast on this Thursday evening, offering great weekly restaurant specials. And on this Thursday, Black and Blue Burger, just $8.95, comes with soup or salad. That's Sand Springs Country Club, Clubhouse Drive and Drums, 788-5845, sandspringsgolf.com, or find them on Facebook. Playoff time for fall sports. Freddie B has the lowdown on who is still on top of the game. Sports is next. And later, furry friends up for adoption at a local shelter. How you can become the proud parent of a cat or dog. Jasmine's Adopt Me is on deck.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, it's a district wrap-up here on this Thursday because in District 2 and 11, we've got all sorts of playoffs going on. We told you about the fantastic finishes by the Cougars and Lady Cougars yesterday in cross country. Now, the Cougars aren't involved in field hockey anymore, but the action has been fast and furious. Let's take a look. First of all, the team that knocked the Lady Cougars out, Delaware Valley, well, Coughlin shut them out yesterday. It's the Coughlin Crusaders who advance. They were 3-0 winners over Delaware Valley. Now, this next one is a little bit of an eyebrow raiser as Honesdale edged out Valley West. Everybody was saying probably Valley West and Coughlin. Well, that would have been a rematch of last year's district championship. Not going to happen. It's Honesdale who sneaks by them 2-1. So it's Coughlin and Honesdale for the AAA District 2 championship. Now, We'll find out who's going to be the district championship in AA as Crestwood goes up against Wyoming Area and Wyoming Sem is up against Redeemer. Redeemer and Crestwood are the favorites in that one. We'll find out what happens. We'll fill you in tomorrow. Let's head south to District 11. We go from field hockey to soccer. Emmaus shuts out Pottsville. It'll be an all Lehigh Valley affair because Liberty snuck by Freedom. That's a little rivalry there. Kristen Brzezinski would be happy to see that score. Anyhow, Southern Lehigh, 2-0 winners over Bangor, and then William Allen shuts out East Stroudsburg South, so it will be the Canaries and Southern Lehigh in AAA soccer. Let's go to AA District 11 girls soccer. Tamaqua, no match for Notre Dame of Green Pond. They beat them by the score of 9-0. Back up to District 2. Now this isn't until tomorrow, but here's what you got. Hazleton area, Delaware Valley girls AAA, but who are they going to play? Well, we'll know that tonight. Wyoming Valley West, Williamsport just getting underway now. And finally in District 2 volleyball, MMI is at Mountain View. That one in, well, just a couple of minutes. Speaking of playoffs, regular season winding down and getting ready for the playoffs in volleyball. Yesterday, Lake Lehman, 3-1 winners over Hazleton area. That's the regular season finale. The Lady Cougars did qualify for the playoffs. They'll be starting next Tuesday, and that'll be up at Delaware Valley. Meanwhile, in the Schuylkill League, how about this one? Pottsville, straight set winners over Marion. That's a little bit of a surprise. Usually Marion, it's the other way around, but the Crimson Tide turned the tables on them. Tri-Valley, they sweep by Pine Grove, so that set up the championship game, and Tri-Valley in a thriller edges Pottsville, the final there, 3-2. The Bulldogs of Tri-Valley, the 2012 Schuylkill League regular season champs. Well, let's bring on the districts in District 11. Well, you know, why is baseball such a great game? Because it is by far the most unpredictable of games. You had the Tigers well rested. They had their pitching rotation lined up. The Giants, well, you know, you got to start Barry Zito in game 1. You're going with Baumgarten in game 2. Advantage Tigers, right? Well, Justin Verlander got rocked last night in World Series history as the Panda Bear, Pablo Sandoval, 3 home runs, only done by Pujols, Reggie, and the Babe. It was just unbelievable last night. I guess maybe the Giants could be a team of destiny. I don't know. Remember, I predicted Detroit in 5, and I know that could still happen, but I don't think it's over. It's only 1 game, but Tigers might be well worth their business to win tonight. We'll wait and see. And we're brought to you by Bottlenecks, where tonight it's Rack 'em Up Rib Night. They're racking up their flavor with fired grilled ribs. You get a half rack of meaty, fall off the bone St. Louis style spare ribs, and it is smothered in that sweet barbecue sauce. They fire grill it and serve it with bottomless fries for just $9.95. And oh, don't forget, huge imported beer selection, pool, dart, shuffleboard. Good time waiting for you up at Bottlenecks.
If you are looking to add to your family and adopt a furry friend, remember, it's not only puppies and kittens who are in search of loving homes. As Jasmine Brooks tells us tonight in her latest installment of Adopt Me, there are many grown animals who need someone to love them.
We're back at the Hazleton Animal Shelter for this week's Adopt Me, and Polly the Pug is this week's dog. Joining me now is Danielle Capero. And Danielle, tell me a little bit about Polly.
Polly is a male. He's neutered, up to date on shots, and microchipped. He was here for about a month. He needs a good home. He's very outgoing, friendly, and affectionate.
Look at those, that facial expression. Oh, take me home now, take me home now. Okay, so anyways, somebody had called the station and said, Jasmine, I need you to tell everybody why it is so difficult to adopt a dog or cat. Not necessarily difficult, but there is a process you have to go through. There's a donation fee of $100. You need to, fill out an application. So why does the Hazleton Animal Shelter make it a little harder to do that?
Well, at the home they were at before, they were unwanted. So we want to make sure the next home that they're at, they are properly cared for, loved, and that they're financially ready to afford a dog so that he doesn't end up on the streets or not cared for, so.
And also, if you can afford $100 of a donation, it's possible when it comes time to take the dog to the vet.
Yes, that's very possible. It does cost a lot for the vet, and God forbid the dog gets heart murmurs or gets his leg broken. It's expensive. Just an x-ray alone is expensive. So,
and again, you're really selective with who you choose for each and every animal. Yes. So somebody also had asked, you know, you can bring your dog in here and have a meet and greet. Can you do that with cats?
Nobody ever asked that question. Cats usually get along. I mean, it takes about up to 2 weeks, but they usually adapt to whatever kind of cat you bring in, unless they were like 15 years old and they like to be alone. They're used to it. But usually a cat will be okay. If it's with a kitten, they'll get used to it.
Okay. All right, awesome. Well, let's head to the cat colony and see what we can find.
Okay.
Now, we're in the cat colony right now. I need to make this quick. We have a cord and lots of cats, and that means they are having a really fun time right now, but we're not so much. We have Polly the pug over. He's in here because if you didn't know this, he loves cats. So that's awesome. And also, I wanted to feature Nicole, not Nicole, Nicole, because every time I come here, she is always trying to win over my attention. So you were telling me, Danielle, it's very upsetting for you to see some of these cats that have been here for a very long time.
Yeah, some of them grow up here. When they're kittens, they just don't get adopted. We have some in here that were kittens and they're just, they grew up and they're still here. Nobody wants an older cat. I personally like older cats better because they know, they're already experienced. They're more calm, mellow, and they're just sweet, and they need a home.
There are many benefits to getting an older cat. Number one, they have a developed personality already. Number two, they are extremely appreciative. And so you should definitely consider, you know, the kittens go easy. So considering an older cat might be a great idea. Like, look at this one. Now, how could you say no to this face, right? All right, Danielle, come back. So now we have Ethel. We're having a heyday in here. We have Ethel now. They are sisters, okay? And so here at the Hazelton Animal Shelter, there is just an animal for absolutely everyone, but we remind you to come check out the older cats as well as the younger cats. For this week's Adopt Me, I'm Jasmine Brooks, and we'll see you next week.
Jasmine, thank you. That does it for us tonight. Thank you for making us a part of your day. You can catch this newscast again many times throughout tonight, or simply go to News 13's website at SSPTV.com, where you're going to find everything Greater Hazelton, Schuylkill County, and beyond. It's all just a click away. On behalf of all of us here at News 13, be safe. We'll see you back here for Friday. Good night.